Head over to miniaturemarket.com where they have thousands of board games at discounted prices, and you can sign up for product alerts. Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Today we're going to be taking a look at a two-player abstract strategy game that is themeless, but most abstracts are best that way. Anyway, this is designed by my favorite designer, Bruno Cathala. I imported this from France recently. Let me show you how it's played. I'll see you on the other side. Now, Kamon is an abstract strategy game for two players, and it comes with this board that has these little tokens, and they are recessed to the point that every time you play the game, you're going to randomly place these pieces. There's actually one that's blank, that's sort of a blocked square that you can't go into throughout the game. But an interesting part is that this board changes every game. It's going to look different. The player with the black pieces will go first, and they're going to place on the edge one of the spots. Now you'll notice the edge has different colored lines here. You just can't place it on one that has both colors, like a green and a blue or a yellow and a blue. So they place here, and then they'll place this little indicator token to show that's where they've moved. And because now the next player, the other player who's playing with the white pieces, has to place this either on a pink or a door, which is the icon that's there. So they could go here because it's a door, they could go here because it's a door, they could go here because it's pink. Totally up to them as to where they want to go. So maybe they place here, which is a door. So the next player, other player has to go either to a door or green. So maybe they go like this. And now the other player has to go on either green or a fish. And maybe they go over here because it's a fish. Now, the next player, as you can imagine, has to go on pink or a fish. And this continues like this. And this will continue till either one player has gotten from one side all the way to the other with unbroken chain. So this is touching the blue, and it touches the blue, which is why these spots are good, because this is touching both blue and green, meaning you could have got it from here to any of these blue edges or green edges. So if someone brings it from one chain to the other, they win. Or if a player gets a loop with either an empty space or their opponent's pieces in there like that, then you win this way as well. And the last way to win is if basically the other player cannot make a legal move towards the end of the game. That's pretty much it. And the loop victory could have been won this way too, with their white piece here and a blank piece, but black is surrounding it. So that could have won it as well. All right, come on. What did I like about it first? You can teach this game in a minute, literally. Like, play a piece, the other player has to pick a color or the symbol. That's it. Go from end to end, make a loop, or force the other player not to play. That's it. I've just taught you the whole game so fast. I love in this game, like any other good abstract games, is you're looking for multiple moves ahead. You're going, if I go here, likely they're going to go here, which means I'll be able to go here. Maybe they do that. And you start extrapolating all these out, and you're thinking a few turns ahead. All good abstracts do that, and this one does it too. You're constantly forward planning, and I like that. You're also constantly scanning for, like, what are they up to? And usually it's pretty obvious, but at the beginning of the game, it's a little different where if you played it a lot, you start going in different ways and playing in different ways, and you're constantly scanning for the three different victory conditions. Okay, is this gonna help them? Are they kind of getting a loop over there? I can definitely see they're gonna try to go from here to here. Let me try to block that off. And so you're always scanning for those three victory conditions, and it's an interesting part of the game. But as you know the game better, you start to try to set yourself up for like multiple conditions so that they can't just block one. And if they do block one, you could still make it on the other one. And that's what you learn, once you've played the game a lot more. I like that the game has randomized setup. It just makes the game have literally an unlimited amount of replayability, because every game is going to be different, because you're going to look at the board and go, oh man, because a lot of times having the same color next to each other can be good. Sometimes it can be bad. If you're trying to make a loop, having them next to each other is not good, because if you go there, they're just going to go and block that loop. But it can be helpful if you're starting to build a big path that goes from one side to the other side, and you go up to a spot that has two of the same color, then you build back, because then if they block you in one of them, you could still go on the other one. So it's a very interesting thing how the game feels very different tactically depending on the game setup, and it's random every time. This game's so quick, it literally is like 10 minutes long, that you're going to reset it up and play it again multiple times in a row, because it is that fun. I think this got re-implemented by Naya, which was a small little abstract game for Blue Orange Games. Actually, I did a live stream a couple years ago with Bruno Cathala, where the audience, you actually picked the moves against him through a polling system. It was really cool. I love Naya, and I like this too. And even though they use basically a similar mechanism as to how it works, the way that this board is set up, it's bigger, the way you win is slightly different, but it's kind of the same game. But I think that they're different enough that you could have both in your collection. This one's a lot harder to find. I actually had to order this one from France because I don't think it was available here in North America. So Naya is a lot easier to get. So if you like this idea and you can't get this or you don't want to import it, you can get Naya. That's easy to find, N-I-Y-A. But I think there's room for both in the collection. On the negative side of things, some games can end anticlimactically, meaning you could see multiple turns towards the end like, I'm never going to get out of this, but they're going to win. It's just like delaying the inevitable, you're dead, right? But I will say that sometimes if someone has a lead and you think that they're possibly going to win, if you could just last long enough, you can possibly turn the tables and win by forcing them not to be able to play. So that's cool too. But some of them, it can be like, oh man, you got me. They can end anticlimactically. But that's just a minor quibble. This game is great. If you like quick 2-player abstract games that are easy to teach, have tons of depth, lots of replayability, this is a great one to check out. Come on. Game Toppers not only transforms your existing table to a high-quality gaming solution, they now offer full leg kits and dining cover solutions for the full table application. Paired with their amazing, thematic, premium stitch edge mats from noted board game artists like Vincent Dutray, collapsible cup holders, and really cool accessories, it's a complete system that upgrades every game you play. Go to GameToppersLLC.com or click the link below.